Metropolitan Police. He also called the threats against Meghan Markle disgusting and very real. The bombshell revelation comes at a time when Harry's estranged brother Prince William and his wife Kate are headed to the United States, where Harry and Meghan live. Brazilian football legend Pelé has been hospitalized as he battles cancer. According to reports, he developed swelling, heart issues and mental confusion. The 82-year-old had a tumor removed from his colon in September last year, and he has since been in and out of hospital for treatment on a regular basis. The Iranian football team's defeat to the United States in the FIFA World Cup triggered an unusual celebration in the home country.
Iranians dancing on the streets, bursting crackers, honking car horns and celebrating the loss of their national football team in the FIFA World Cup. These scenes of jubilation are actually a show of protest. Iranians denounced the football team's participation in the World Cup at such a tumultuous time in the country. For the last 3 months, protests have been raging across Iran against the death of Mahsa Amini, who was killed in police custody by Iran's notorious morality police for not wearing her hijab in a proper manner. More than 300 people, including children, have been killed in the protests since September this year. In their own version of protest, the Iranian football team refused to sing the national anthem in their opening match. But they went back to singing it in the following matches, leaving citizens to believe that they represent the Iranian regime.
The government is giving towards all the even the small startups is really incredible, because what we've seen in Surat, we only talk about textile and diamond, right? But right now in Surat there's another sector which is growing really incredibly well, which is the IT sector, right? So they're doing really great because of the support with the government, good policies, and that's how it began.
I would like to see a person who understands my need, who is ready to do a drastic change in terms of development, and most of the people or the young generation are looking into that direction, and they are definitely going to vote in that direction.
ऐसा माहौल है आजकल कि हिजाब एंड ये सभी कुछ चल रहा है जो, बट इट डिपेंड्स ऑन द चॉइस फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल. सो पहले तो हमें अपनी कम्युनिटी को अपग्रेड करना है. एजुकेशन इज इम्पॉर्टेंट. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल एजुकेशन पे फोकस करेंगे.
First priority would be the opportunities that we would be given, okay, as a minority. So my first choice would be that what all opportunities, whether it is education or it is social opportunities, how far we are going to get. So that will be my first deciding factor to vote.
For the first phase will be held tomorrow, and for the BJP it's all hands on deck. Party leaders, ministers, Prime Minister and Mr. J P Nadda, BJP President, all have been extensively campaigning in Gujarat. Mr. Nadda, thank you so much for your time. I'm going to begin with one question. It looks like that there's no election in Gujarat per se, because all the concerns that you had in 2017, all that has been ironed out. But what, according to you, are the concern areas this time around?
There are no concern areas. At that point of time also, there were some issues which were raised, but that was nothing which we could say as concern, because we have been working for the people of Gujarat the Bharatiya Janata Party has been taking care of all issues, major and minor, in the right perspective. And the people of Gujarat have always stood with Bharatiya Janata Party, and especially with Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji. And they have complete faith in the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, and also they have immense love and affection for him. So we find that here in this elections also, they feel that the development which has taken place, that development should continue. And the development has taken a momentum also. So they want that the momentum should also be maintained.
So
keeping
been
that
in power
yes.
for 27 years and
Yes.
it has been uninterrupted power.
Yes.
This time around the BJP is hoping to better its performance, which was the best perhaps in 2002, which was 127 seats. How important is it for the BJP not only to win but also to win big, because you are hoping that 1985 record of the Congress party should be overcome perhaps?
You see, Maria ji, what I would like to say is that the people of Gujarat have realized that many political parties came, whatever they said, they always tried to divert and deviate the people of Gujarat from the real issues. And it was Bharatiya Janata Party which always was giving the positive answers. So that has made their confidence more to believe Bharatiya Janata Party. And this time you will find that Bharatiya Janata Party is going to break all-time record. And it is not negative vote. It is all positive vote. It is not anti-incumbency. It is not that people do not want somebody, so they are voting for Bharatiya Janata Party. It is for the first responsible political party for which Bharatiya Janata Party they are voting for.
So you are saying that this is a pro-incumbency vote that will be coming for your party on 8th. I'm not going to ask you for a number, because I'm sure you will say that it will be much better than what...
That I'll be able to say only after the percentage of the voting which takes place. But I'll say one thing, that we are going to break all-time records as far as the performance of Bharatiya Janata Party is concerned.
Sir, there has been an entrant or a new entrant in the form of the Aam Aadmi Party as well. But do you still feel that this is a bipolar contest?
It's a bipolar contest, number one. Number two, the name which you are taking about a party, it's a non-starter. And the history speaks that they come to every state, they make big hue and cry, they make big bold promises, and they have to face on the by the voters. I'll give you a record. The Aam Aadmi Party leader went to Varanasi to fight elections. He was shown his place, and then he said that he will never fight elections. Anyway, he went to Uttar Pradesh also, and Aam Aadmi Party fought elections. How many seats? 350 seats. And how many? In 349 they lost their deposits. They fought in 69 seats in Uttarakhand. And you were there always asking me, they are going to form the government, is it a challenge, what will happen to Aam Aadmi Party? And they were pretending as if they are the only alternative. It's a different thing altogether now, that their chief minister candidate is now our person who is propagating and who's taking part in the electioneering for Bharatiya Janata Party. And what is the scenario? Out of 69 seats, Maria, they lost 65. In 65 seats, they lost their deposits. In Goa, there was a lot of advertisement of Punjab government and Aam Aadmi Party government of Delhi. What happened in Goa? They fought 39 seats, and in 35 seats, they lost their deposits.
But sir, the same party,
and in Gujarat,
party is in the state of Punjab.
Punjab, they did not fight with Bharatiya Janata Party.
Okay, so you are
whenever they are going to meet Bharatiya Janata Party, they will have they'll face the same fate. Okay. And I'll say one thing: they have gone and they have fought in Himachal Pradesh in 67 seats. Note my words, that in all 67 seats they are going to lose their deposit. So they are non-starters, and here in Gujarat, it's going to be the same story.
So Saurashtra and South Gujarat region has always been challenging areas for you all. We saw what happened in 2017. There was a lot of buzz, particularly around GST in Surat, but out of 16 seats, BJP managed to win 14 seats in Surat alone. What are the concerns, particularly in this area and also the tribal belt?
There are no concerns. The opposition party tries to raise certain concerns. and tries to show that it is the vote bank of their party, maybe Aam Aadmi Party or Congress Party. But nothing is going to happen. Everybody is going to vote for Bharatiya Janata Party because people realize that they have been always there shedding their crocodile tears for tribals. They did not do anything for tribals. If I talk about Saurashtra, they did not do anything. What about the water scarcity? Who brought Narmada water? Who were there to obstruct the Sardar Sarovar Dam? And now Rahul Gandhi came for a day and he was seen with Medha Patkar. So need not, we are not supposed to say anything. It is self-illustrative what type of people they join with. ये भारत जोड़ो में थोड़ी ना निकलते हैं, तोड़ो में निकलते हैं. ये प्रो गुजरात थोड़ी ना होते हैं, ये तो एंटी गुजरात हैं.
तो आप कांग्रेस पार्टी को भी कंपटीशन में
मैं बिल्कुल मानता हूं.
So don't you think then it will be complacency on the part of the BJP?
Never.
There is also rebel factor.
No, never. We are never complacent. And on one hand, Maria, you say big leaders are here, all battery of leaders are here, and on the other hand, you say that we are complacent. We are never complacent. We fight elections like this only, and we fight till the end, and we fight with full might.
And it is BJP versus BJP. There are certain people who are saying it. Analysts say that because there are concerns, particularly because of the rebels.
Their concerns are something else. BJP has got no problem. We try to see to it that everybody join hands with Bharatiya Janata Party. We try to see that it's a big family. People are there. They have got certain aspirations. And when aspirations are not met, there are few people who take a different turn altogether. But one thing we should realize that Bharatiya Janata Party is an ideological based party. Bharatiya Janata Party is a cadre based party, and when the cadre decides, the people vote only for that person, and the rebels have got no place in the political setup.
Sir, I've been traveling Gujarat and I see that Prime Minister has a huge recall value. I mean, he is the biggest leader for your party and also for the people of Gujarat. But there is a narrative that has started by the Congress party. Recently, Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge, the Congress president, has made a statement which is being seen as derogatory, which has to do with 100 heads of Ravan. All your party leaders have condemned his statement. Do you see this as a personal attack against the Prime Minister?
First of all, I would like to make the record very straight. That right from the day Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji took over as the Prime Minister of the country, Madam Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi were never able to digest their ego and their thinking. They never thought that any common man could take that seat, could challenge the capacity or challenge the Congress party. And so they have never adjusted to the situation where Prime Minister Modi ji is running the country, number one. Number two, these bad words, ill words, have started coming from Mrs. Gandhi, from Rahul Gandhi. They are the persons who have been always using the words which I cannot mention at this point of time. And whatever Kharge ji is speaking, he is speaking the language of Sonia Gandhi ji, he is speaking the language of Rahul Gandhi ji, and it is condemnable, and it shows their frustration, and it shows that people who are sitting on the high seats on a very raised pedestal, they are not following the norms and the standards which they should follow. And so it is what I would say, ये जिसको बोलते स्तर विहीन काम हो रहा है और स्तर विहीन कमेंट है और ये उनका फ्रस्ट्रेशन बोल रहा है, ये निंदनीय है, दिस इज कंडेमनेबल. इसको जितना कंडेम किया जाए. और खरगे साहब तो वो बोलते हैं, वो भाषा बोलते हैं जो सोनिया जी बोलती हैं, जो राहुल गांधी बोलते हैं. तो इनकी दिल की आवाज को आवाज देने का काम खरगे साहब कर रहे हैं.
Is that whenever there has been a personal attack against the Prime Minister, be it Maut Ka Saudagar or Chai Wala comment which happened in 2014, it has always backfired. Why do you think it backfires against any political party which makes a personal attack against the Prime Minister?
Maria, that they should realize that this aspect should be realized by Congress party, because Bharatiya Janata Party has always tried to maintain the decency in political life, and the comments which we try to give is, and if anybody gives a comment which is not of the level, we take care, and we always see to it that in future such comments should not come. But in their political system, you get benefit out of it. You are promoted because of such statements you give.
So you are saying Mr. Kharge will be promoted? He is already the Congress president?
He will be more
so
safe.
There is an endorsement
Yes,
coming
yes.
from the Gandhis.
It is not only endorsement, it is being appreciated by Mrs. Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi.
And you know, when we talk about this, you know, it's always
And you're saying backfire.
Slogovers.
And you're talking about the backfire. It is because of the popularity of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. It is because of the love and affection which the people of India have for Prime Minister Narendra Modi.
So, always in the slogovers of any election, the overall discourse in politics really falls. Why do you think that happens? And particularly with the kind of attacks that are happening, the Congress party is also saying that the BJP leadership doesn't have faith in the local leadership, and the Prime Minister and top leaders such as you, the party president, campaigns for MP elections, for assembly elections, for local body polls, for MCD elections, you are there all the time.
ठीक है ना, उसमें what is the problem? It is our political party. How do we run? It is our lookout. ये हमारी तकलीफ है ना, लेकिन मैं आपको बताना चाहता हूँ, हम चुनाव तो लड़ते ही इसी तरीके से हैं. We have been fighting elections like this only. You had asked me, why are you going for Greater Hyderabad Municipal Corporation election? I said, not only me, Amit Shah ji is also going to accompany me. And we went there and we won the election. तो हम तो लड़ते ही इसी तरीके से हैं, इसमें उनको क्या तकलीफ हो रही है? What is their problem? Number one. Number two, जो आपने उनके बारे में कहा, देखिए वो हताशा में है और आप कह रहे in every election the discourse falls down. It is because that they do not realize how the opposition party should function. मैंने तो उनको इतना मैंने तो उनको ये भी कहा मैंने तो उनको ये भी कहा कि हमसे एक बार ट्यूशन ही ले लो ना, लंबे समय ऑपोजिशन में रहे हुए हैं, हम आपको ट्यूटर कर सकते हैं कि ऑपोजिशन करने के तरीके क्या है, लेकिन आपको सीखना ही नहीं है. रस्सी जल गई, बल नहीं गया, मैं क्या करूं? लेकिन डिस्कोर्स भारतीय जनता पार्टी की तरफ से कभी भी हम उसको लो लेवल पर नहीं ले जाते. वी ऑलवेज ट्राई टू सी दैट इन डेमोक्रेसी डेमोक्रेटिक नॉर्म्स आर टू बी मेंटेन्ड.
Since the BJP is extensively campaigning for MCD polls, you were also on ground holding roadshows.
Tonight I am going back and tomorrow I will be there.
You'll be holding meetings and public rallies there also. The Aam Aadmi Party says that the BJP has become video a day kind of a party. That's why all the leaks are happening of Satyendra Jain in jail.
Madam, I would like to say that Mr. Kejriwal, the type of irresponsible statement he has given, he has shown that how much concern he has got for purity and for जिसको कहते हैं कि एक राजनीति में साफ जीवन के प्रति उनका समर्पण क्या है. You see, a video comes where the health minister is having a massage and he does not clarify on that account and he says कि हमने वीडियो सेंटर खोल दिया और बीजेपी वाले हर वार्ड में वीडियो सेंटर खोलेंगे. Do you consider this statement to be a responsible statement to come out from any leader of the political party? Such people should be there in public life. See the audacity. And see what Sosodia said. Sosodia said, इनको शर्म आनी चाहिए. अरे मसाज सेंटर तुम खोल के बैठे हो, शर्म हमें आनी चाहिए. और फिर क्या बोला कि थेरेपी का उनको थेरेपिस्ट कहा गया, एक कागज लेकर के आ गए. रेपिस्ट को थेरेपिस्ट बना दिया, आंख में धूल झोंकने का काम किया, गुमराह करने का काम किया. तो ऐसे लोग पब्लिक लाइफ में रहने चाहिए क्या?
But BJP is trying to build that perception that Aam Aadmi Party is full of corrupt leaders. That is why there has been charges.
Not perception. This is the factual situation. I will not give ticket to any person of criminal record. 3 are there in jail. 1 is for economic corruption and 2 are for initiating riots and communal riots. ऐसे लोगों के साथ चलने वाले लोग ये परसेप्शन क्रिएट हम कर रहे हैं क्या? तुम साल से जेल के अंदर हो, 6 महीने से जेल के अंदर हो, 10 बार अर्जी देते हो, 10 times you apply for bail, you do not get bail, and we are creating perception.
Okay, so since this election is being seen as setting the tone for the elections that will be coming next year and also for 2024, what are your numbers in all the 3 elections?
Every elections we are going to win and we are going to fight elections as we fight our elections.
No, but Himachal is your home state.
Yes, we are going to win election. Certainly, we are very comfortable there. You will find on 8th that we will be winning Himachal Pradesh and we will be winning Gujarat and of course MCD elections also.
In Himachal, it's a state which alternates government.
Yes, this time Raj wahi rahega, Rewaz badlega.
You're confident about
I am very confident.
So on 8th December, what are the numbers that Mr. Nadda is giving?
We will be comfortably coming in Himachal Pradesh and we will be breaking all records in Gujarat.
Sir, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Sargam Dairy Farm in Anand's Kavita village is buzzing with activity early in the morning. Mittal Ben Ronak is taking care of her cows. She started a dairy business with one cow in 2014. Today, she has 150 cows, employs 20 people in her farms and supplies 1,000 liters of milk to Amul every day.
उस टाइम तो पैसे वैसे थे नहीं, लोन लेके पहली गाय खरीदी हमने, उसमें हमारा बढ़िया चला तो दूसरी ली, तीसरी ली, ऐसे होके हमने थोड़े थोड़े ऐसे 150 गाय कर दी और बहुत अच्छा बिजनेस है। मैं केमिस्ट्री बीएससी होकर भी जॉब करना पसंद नहीं करती थी क्योंकि उसमें मेरा कुछ होने वाला नहीं था, तो ये बिजनेस बहुत बढ़िया है। पहला मेरे पापा और मेरे मम्मी यही करते थे जब मैं छोटी थी तब, अभी तो कोई करता नहीं है, पर मेरे मिस्टर के दिमाग में आया कि नहीं ऐसा कुछ करना चाहिए, इससे आगे बढ़ेंगे और यही हुआ। गांव वाले सब बोल रहे थे कि इसमें कुछ होने वाला नहीं है, अभी तो कोई गाय रखता नहीं है, अभी सब लोग जॉब ही ढूंढते हैं अच्छी वाली। मैंने बोला सबको बोलने दो, मुझे जो करना है मैं करूँगी। जॉब मतलब मैं घर में बैठी रहूँगी, मेरे हस्बैंड जॉब करेंगे तो हमारा घर में 4-5 लोग का उसमें गुजारा नहीं होता है, तो और लेडीज़ गांव की लेडीज़ जॉब करने जाती नहीं है, तो इससे बढ़िया है कि हम यही बिजनेस करें तो घर के सभी लोग इसमें आ जाएंगे और बिजनेस भी बढ़िया चलेगा।
और ये गुजरात में ऐसा क्या खास है कि औरतें इस तरह के बिजनेस में भी लगी हुई हैं? इसमें
मुनाफा ज़्यादा है ना, इसलिए घर में ही रहना है और बिजनेस बढ़िया चलता है, तो मुनाफा काफ़ी सारा है इसमें। और अमूल वाले में जहाँ दूध देती हूँ अमूल में, तो गुजरात का नंबर 1 है ना वो अमूल, तो आपको पता ही होगा, तो दूध तो जाता ही जाता है, प्लस मुझे साल में उसका बोनस भी मिलता है। पिछले साल मुझे 14 लाख बोनस मिला है, तो वो तो मुनाफा है ही ना।
This science graduate migrated to Canada in 2017, only to return back home 6 months later. Then she gave her heart and soul to her dairy business and never looked back.
इम्पोर्टेंट इशू क्या है, आप महिला हैं?
हाँ, तो वो है ना, मोदी जी के आने के बाद महिलाओं को काफ़ी सारा कुछ बेनिफिट मिला है सभी जगह, कि वो पहले विधवा सहाय नहीं मिलती थी, मोदी के आने बाद वो भी मिलने लगी है। कुछ रोजगार करना हो तो भी वो लोग सब्सिडी वगैरह देते हैं, सिलाई मशीन देते हैं, तो औरतों को तो यही चाहिए ना, तो मोदी के आने के बाद ये अच्छे से मिलता है सब कुछ। सभी औरतों को उतना तो विश्वास है कि मोदी है तो हम सेफ है, आधी रात को कहीं भी जाएंगे तो कुछ होगा नहीं, उतना तो है हम लेडीज को।
प्रधानमंत्री
है ना, पर उनके नीचे भी अंडर में होते हैं ना सब, तो पहले ऐसा नहीं था, जब कांग्रेस थी तब ऐसा नहीं था, जब भाजपा आई है तब सब शांति से सो रहे हैं, बहुत बढ़िया हो रहा है उनके राज में। मेरा तो यही सपना है कि यही बिजनेस ऐसा ही बढ़ता रहेगा, बढ़ता रहे, और शायद मोदी होंगे, अमित शाह होंगे तो ये ऐसे ही चलेगा मेरा, क्योंकि मोदी अमित शाह को देंगे, वो अमूल को देंगे, तो अभी अमूल मुझे देगी ना, तभी मेरा कुछ होगा। और मेरी जैसी कितनी औरतें हैं, सभी को वो लोन दे रहे हैं, सब कुछ वहाँ से ही होता है। कांग्रेस के राज में ऐसा कुछ पहले मैंने देखा नहीं है, कि इतने साल हो गए मैंने तो देखा नहीं। 15 तो अभी ऐसी जनी हुई है जो अभी।
The district of Anand in Gujarat is the epicenter of India's white revolution. India's largest milk producer, Amul, or Anand Milk Union Limited, was founded here on 14th December 1946. It serves as the hub for the state's 36 lakh dairy farmers, processing 3 crore liters of milk every day. India's milkman, Varghese Kurian, who envisioned the revolutionary system, sowed the seeds of his cooperative model. Many women here are now part of the Amul story, serving both as economic engines and social mobilizers.
किसान में वो क्या है, हमारे पहले से दादा की वो जमीन है तो वो तो करना ही पड़ता है।
और खेती में फायदा है?
खेती में फायदा तो होता ही है, लेकिन वो 1 साल के बाद पूरा मिलता है। और जब हम जो गायों का करते हैं वो हमें हर रोज उसका मुनाफा जो मिल जाता है या प्रॉफिट होता है वो तुरंत दिखाई देता है।
और सरकार से क्या सपोर्ट मिलता है?
सरकार से हमें बहुत सारी सब्सिडी मिली है। अभी हमें वो खेत के आजू बाजू में फेंसिंग लगाते हैं उसमें सब्सिडी मिलती है। फिर वो खातर में भी सब मिलता है। और उसमें मैंने गायों में भी सब्सिडी वाला जो गाय का वो एक स्कीम चलता था उसमें भी मुझे बहुत सारी सब्सिडी मिली है।
जिंदगी आगे बढ़ रही है या रुक गई है?
नहीं, जिंदगी मन आगे बढ़ रही मानो हम कहीं और
आपने कभी नौकरी के बारे में नहीं सोचा?
नहीं।
जब आप नर्स की नौकरी करती थी उसके बाद आप खेती में आपको ज्यादा सुकून है?
नहीं, वो नर्स की नौकरी करती थी वहाँ मुझे 1 महीने के 5,000 7,000 मिलता था। अभी मुझे पूरे साल का तो 5-7 लाख रुपया तो मेरी गायों में से माना तबेले से हूँ कमा लेती है। और खेती से भी मुझे बहुत सारा प्रॉफिट होता है, उसमें तो मेरा 8 लाख 10 लाख 15 लाख तक तो हमारा होता ही है, नफा जो मिलता है वो।
Meena Ben, an 11th pass, worked as a nurse for 2 years before working at her family farm. In Ode village, this third-generation farmer has 20 bighas of farmland to manage. The annual turnover is over 15 lakh rupees.
बहुत सारी महिलाएं इस एरिया में डेयरी फार्म में हैं।
हम लोग फॉरेन की तरह हम कहीं और जॉब करने नहीं चाहते हैं, वो अपना ही धंधा है और हमें वो इजी होता है। कहाँ दूध कहाँ डालेंगे, कहाँ कौन लेगा, वो कोई तकलीफ नहीं है। यहाँ अमूल है तो हमारा पूरा दूध वहाँ बिक जाता है, इसीलिए हमें और हर साल हमें यहाँ वो मिलता है, प्रॉफिट होता है तो बोनस में हमें वो पैसा भी मिल जाता है, इकट्ठा पैसा मिलता है। तो हमारा कोई बड़ा काम करना है तो सहजता से वो पार हो जाता है।
Meena Ben proudly says she is planning to send her daughter to the United States for her masters. Dharmishta Patel too has a similar story to share. She earns 7 lakhs from the dairy business alone and recently added a milking machine to boost her business.
અને 18 માં ચાલુ કર્યું. પહેલા મારા ગામમાં હતો જૂનો વાડો, એમાં 2-3 ગાયો રાખતી હતી હું, પણ એમાં પછી મને એમ કે થોડુંક વધારો કરું એટલે મેં 11 ગાયો કરી છે અને હજુ મને ઈચ્છા છે કે હજુ બીજી 2-5 ગાયો લાવીશ અને મશરૂમનું બધાનું કરવું છે મારે તો કરીશ એમ.
तो आप आगे अब मशरूम की फार्मिंग भी करेंगी?
हाँ.
क्या प्लान है आपका?
हाँ, मशरूम કરીશું ને ગોબર ગેસ કરવું છે, એ બધું કંઈક કરીશું.
Women here have taken charge of their destiny with an empowering ecosystem. In 2017, the Congress party swept the district, winning 5 of the 7 assembly seats. While the BJP blames the Patidar agitation, the government's infrastructure drive has semi-urbanized the villages, boosting the economic health of these dairy farmers. The BJP hopes to bank on that performance when the district goes to polls in the second phase on December 5th. In Anand, with video journalist Pramod, this is Maria Shakil.
Raising slogans against the Punjab government, the labourers marched towards the Chief Minister's home. They claim the CM had refused to meet them, leaving them no choice but to go to him. But when the protesters were a few meters away from Man's home, police swooped down. Police started using force on the labourers and also resorted to lathi charging them. Sangrur's SP was caught on camera hitting the protesters and directing other cops.
Bilkis Bano moved the Supreme Court today, challenging the early release of 11 men convicted of gang raping her and killing her entire family in the 2002 Gujarat riots. In her petition, Bilkis Bano said the decision on releasing the men should be taken by Maharashtra, where the trial took place, instead of the state of Gujarat. The convicts were freed on 15th of August by the Gujarat government. The Enforcement Directorate questioned actor Vijay Deverakonda for 9 hours in connection with the funding of his Bollywood film Liger. The ED is probing possible foreign exchange violations in the production of the movie. The agency suspects illegal investments in the film and is investigating the alleged payments and source of funds for Liger.
కొన్ని క్లారిఫికేషన్స్ అడిగినారు, చాలా మంచి వాళ్ళ జాబ్ వాళ్ళు చేస్తున్నారు, వాళ్ళకి కావాల్సిన ఆన్సర్లు ఇచ్చినాము. మీరు ఇంత ప్రేమిస్తారు, ఆ ప్రేమతో వచ్చే పాపులారిటీ వల్ల కొన్ని ఇబ్బందులు ఉంటాయి, కొన్ని సైడ్ ఎఫెక్ట్స్ ఉంటాయి, అందులో ఏదో ఒకటి. బట్ ఇట్స్ అన్ ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్, ఇట్స్ లైఫ్, అండ్ ఐ డిడ్ మై డ్యూటీ వెన్ ఐ వాస్ కాల్డ్. I came, I answered the questions, and that's it I have to say.
Karnataka's Education Minister is facing flack for seemingly downplaying bigotry that happened in a classroom in Manipal University.
Will you call him by the name of a terrorist?
This video, a Muslim student calling out his professor for referring to him as a 26/11 terrorist, Kasab, is going viral.
Not funny, not funny.
And now Karnataka Education Minister B.C. Nagesh has sparked a storm by seemingly downplaying the incident.
The name of Ravana comes many times. You behave like Ravana, you behave like Shakuni. It doesn't become an issue at all. When you speak about Kasab, it becomes an issue. I don't know.
The opposition has called out the minister over his remarks.
Will you call him by the name of a terrorist?
When a lecturer who's supposed to be the guiding light for any student calls a student of a particular community a militant, and the minister says it's okay.
The professor in question has been suspended by the Manipal University.
YSR Telangana Party leader Y.S. Sharmila, who was arrested on Tuesday after she tried driving to the residence of Telangana Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao. She got bail today. She's expected to meet Governor Tamilisai Soundararajan and express anguish at the way that she was treated. Sharmila's car was stowed away with her inside it when she refused to step out of the vehicle.
This only showcases the tyranny in Telangana, the atrocities of the Chief Minister in Telangana. The people in the party of TRS are no more leaders or karyakartas. There are only gundas in the party. And the kind of crimes they commit is hideous.
The Indian Army is holding joint training exercises with the United States close to the China border, the line of actual control in Uttarakhand.
Hello and welcome to this very special interview with the Aam Aadmi Party National Convener and Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal. Sir, thank you so much for joining us and giving us time in this busy schedule of yours. As everybody knows that Aam Aadmi Party is now seeking to spread its wings beyond Delhi and Punjab and also deepen its roots within Delhi by contesting MCD elections and attempting to win the MCD elections this time. So my first question will be, in 2015 you had won 67 out of 70 seats. But that did not translate into support in MCD elections. So what makes you feel that this time it is going to be different?
उस टाइम हमको 2 ही साल हुए थे सरकार में आए हुए, तो हमने अच्छे काम करने तो चालू किए, लेकिन उतना ज़्यादा इम्पैक्ट नहीं था जनता के ऊपर। अब हमें 7 साल हो गए हैं, तो 7 साल के अंदर अब जनता इतना प्यार करती है आम आदमी पार्टी से, आम आदमी पार्टी के काम भी देख रही है, तो जनता का भरोसा और विश्वास काफ़ी ज़्यादा बढ़ा है। तो मैं समझता हूँ कि और 15 साल में नगर निगम में बीजेपी ने भ्रष्टाचार करने में कोई कसर नहीं छोड़ी है, पूरी दिल्ली को कूड़ा बना दिया है। तो लोग देख रहे हैं कि अब इनको हटाने का टाइम आ गया, बीजेपी को एक मौका अब आम आदमी पार्टी को एमसीडी में भी देके देखना चाहिए।
So anti-incumbency of the BJP one factor. What about the challenge from the Congress party, sir?
And the hope, Congress exist नहीं करती दिल्ली में।
Are you sure that Congress will not be able to perform at all?
मुझे नहीं लगता कि कांग्रेस की कोई खास सीट आएंगे।
सर आप your campaign pitch essentially is सरकार केजरीवाल की, पार्षद केजरीवाल का. BJP has also run this campaign of a double engine. Central government, the BJP is in power, state governments also they are in power, MCD also if they will be in power, so it will help people in getting work done.
देखो,
so why do you think the people will not vote for the BJP?
दिल्ली में हमारी सरकार है, दिल्ली सरकार, अब MCD में भी लगभग तय है कि हमारी सरकार बनेगी, तो अब दिल्ली के अंदर कोई भी काम होगा वो काम हम करवाएंगे। चाहे किसी का, पहले होता था कि ये नाली MCD की, ये नाला आम आदमी पार्टी का, ये सड़क बीजेपी की, ये सड़क आम आदमी पार्टी की, इतना ज़्यादा कन्फ्यूजन था। अब MCD में भी सरकार बनने के बाद कोई भी नाली हो, कोई भी सड़क हो, कोई भी गली हो, सारी आम आदमी पार्टी के अंडर में आएगी। अब अगर किसी ने गलती से बीजेपी का MLA काउंसलर चुन लिया या कांग्रेस का काउंसलर चुन लिया, तो उसका कोई काम नहीं होगा, फिर वो 5 साल नरक बन जाएगी लोगों की वहाँ ज़िंदगी, क्योंकि वो तो लड़ेगा, उसने तो केवल लड़ना है, लड़ने के सिवा वो कुछ नहीं करेगा। तो मैं दिल्ली की जनता से यही अपील करना चाहता हूँ कि हो सकता है आप बीजेपी के सपोर्टर हो सकता है कांग्रेस के सपोर्टर हो, लेकिन इस चुनाव में आप अपनी सोचो। अगर आपके यहाँ गलती से दूसरी पार्टी का काउंसलर बन गया तो 5 साल आपकी ज़िंदगी फिर नर्क हो जाएगी।
Sir, sanitation is one of the biggest issues that you've raised in these elections, and you've said or you've promised that if Aam Aadmi Party wins MCD elections, you will turn Delhi into a beautiful city, clean city. But your opponents will point out that you have not been successful when it comes to tackling pollution in the national capital or even cleaning the Yamuna. How would you build confidence in the people then?
तो 2020 का जो चुनाव हुआ था, असेंबली इलेक्शन जो हुआ था, तब तक हम लोगों ने दिल्ली में शिक्षा ठीक कर दी थी, स्वास्थ्य ठीक कर दिया था, बिजली ठीक कर दी थी। तो तब मैंने बोला था 2020 में कि मेरे को 5 साल दे दो, अब ये पोल्यूशन और यमुना का जो है, यमुना का पोल्यूशन, एयर पोल्यूशन, इसको भी मैं ठीक कर दूंगा। और मैंने लोगों से 5 साल मांगे थे कि 2025 के चुनाव तक अगर यमुना साफ़ ना हो तो मेरे को वोट मत देना। तो मैं 5 साल लेके आया हूँ 2020 में। तो ये वाला चुनाव यमुना के पोल्यूशन का चुनाव नहीं है, ये दिल्ली की गंदगी का चुनाव है, दिल्ली के कूड़े का चुनाव है, दिल्ली की सफाई का चुनाव है। तो इसमें हम लोगों से कह रहे हैं कि हमें एक मौका दो। इन्होंने 15 साल में नहीं किए, अब चेंज बदलने का टाइम आ गया है, तो एक मौका दो, हम कूड़ा साफ करके दिखाएंगे।
Sir, another issue that you are targeting BJP on is corruption. Aam Aadmi Party has run a campaign saying that MCD is the most corrupt, organization. BJP is also targeting you on corruption. J P Nadda, for instance, the BJP president has said that Aam Aadmi Party is drowned in corruption. So in this case, where both political parties are targeting each other on similar plans, where does the people go?
दिल्ली के एक आम आदमी से पूछ लो कि करप्शन कौन करता है। जैसे कल मैं 2-3 दिन पहले ट्रैफिक लाइट पे रुका, तो एक खिड़की खुली थी, एक महिला ने आके मेरा हाथ पकड़ लिया, कहते हैं सर 50,000 रुपये ले गए ये लोग मेरे से लाइसेंस के। शी इज़ अ ट्रेडर, वो व्यापार करती है कोई, और कहते लाइसेंस नहीं दिया इन्होंने मेरे को। पूरी दिल्ली के अंदर इन्होंने लोगों को लूटने में कोई कसर नहीं छोड़ी। MCD के अंदर एक भी काम बिना पैसे के नहीं होता। और उधर दिल्ली सरकार देखो, दिल्ली सरकार के अंदर ट्रांसपोर्ट डिपार्टमेंट सब कुछ ऑनलाइन हो गया, आपके लाइसेंस ऑनलाइन बनते हैं, ट्रांसपोर्ट डिपार्टमेंट को ताला लगा दिया। SDM दफ्तर में पहले कितनी करप्शन होती थी, सारी करप्शन बंद हो गई। तो मैं लोगों को विश्वास दिलाता हूं कि दिल्ली में MCD में जब हमारी सरकार आएगी, MCD को बिल्कुल भ्रष्टाचार मुक्त करेंगे। सभी व्यापारियों को, किसी व्यापारियों को रिश्वत देने की ज़रूरत नहीं पड़ेगी। रेडी पटरी वालों को रिश्वत देनी पड़ती है, उनको कोई रिश्वत देने की ज़रूरत नहीं पड़ेगी। आपके सारे काम ऑनलाइन होंगे, आपको दफ्तर जाने की ज़रूरत नहीं है, दलालों के चक्कर काटने की ज़रूरत नहीं है। जैसे दिल्ली सरकार के अंदर हमने करप्शन ख़त्म कर दी, ऐसे MCD के अंदर भी हम पूरी करप्शन ख़त्म कर देंगे। मुझे लगता है 4-5 महीने से ज़्यादा नहीं लगेंगे ये करने में।
Sir, your opponents would again ask when, especially when there's a scam in Delhi, alleged scam on the liquor policy, and then one minister is still in jail. How will people believe that your anti-corruption plank is still intact? Has that image not been sullied, sir?
नहीं, उसमें कोई ये रोज उलट सुलट कुछ ले आते हैं। मैं कहता हूँ कि मैं कट्टर ईमानदार हूँ। अब ये लाइन बोलने की पूरे देश में किसी नेता की हिम्मत नहीं है भारतीय राजनीति में। तो ये क्या कहते हैं, रोज़ मेरे ऊपर कीचड़ फेंकते हैं, रोज़ कीचड़ फेंकते हैं। ये कहते हैं नहीं ये हमारे जैसा ही है। ये कहते हैं हम तो करप्ट हैं, ये भी हमारे जैसा है। एक भी चार्ज किसी भी केस में प्रूव नहीं कर पाए। मनीष सिसोदिया के केस में इन्होंने कहा 10,000 करोड़ रुपए खा गया मनीष सिसोदिया। उसके यहाँ रेड की, 1 पैसा नहीं मिला। अब चार्जशीट जब फाइल की कह रहे थे मनीष सिसोदिया किंग पिन है, मनीष सिसोदिया डॉन है, फलाना डिमका, चार्जशीट के अंदर नाम भी नहीं है मनीष सिसोदिया का, मतलब नाम भी नहीं है उसका मनीष सिसोदिया का, तो इसमें पूरा केस फर्जी था। इस तरह के हमारे एमएलएज, हमारे मंत्रियों के ऊपर 167 केसेस इन्होंने किए हैं अभी तक, जिसमें से 135 केसेस में बरी हो गए हैं, छूट गए हैं, कोई ऐसे फर्जी केस कर करके लोगों को परेशान करने से देश आगे तो नहीं बढ़ेगा।
So one big promise you've made for MCD elections is empowering the RWAs. You have said that they will be treated as mini parshads. You will empower them politically and financially. But there is a big hurdle because you have to get the approval of the Lieutenant Governor also, like it happened in Mohalla Sabhas.
नहीं, इसमें दिल्ली सरकार को एलजी की अप्रूवल चाहिए होती है कई चीज़ों में। नगर निगम में एलजी की अप्रूवल का कोई कॉन्सेप्ट नहीं है, नगर निगम की कोई फाइल एलजी के पास नहीं जाती, तो नगर निगम में मैं नहीं समझता एलजी साहब की कोई अड़चन होगी। पर अगर कुछ होगा भी तो दिल्ली के भी सारे काम कराए हैं मैंने एलजी से, ये भी सारे कराएंगे एलजी साहब से।
So one more concern that is coming from the minds of the people is this constant tussle that you have between the elected government and the Lieutenant Governor's office, and especially over the past 6 months we have seen a spate of allegations from the Lieutenant Governor's office, and it has actually affected the work and functioning of the government of Delhi. So in this particular situation, it is the citizen who suffers. So why should the citizen then vote for Aam Aadmi Party?
देखो, दिल्ली के अंदर जब से हमारी सरकार बनी है तब से केंद्र सरकार ने, बीजेपी ने एलजी के जरिए हर काम रोकने की कोशिश की। इन्होंने मोहल्ला क्लिनिक की फाइल 2 साल इन्होंने डिले की, इन्होंने सीसीटीवी कैमरों की फाइल 2.5 साल तक इन्होंने रोकी, लेकिन करवा के ले आए। अभी इन्होंने योगा क्लासेस रोकने के लिए ऑर्डर दिए, योगा क्लासेस भी करवा दी मैंने, तो सारे काम करवाऊंगा, ये सारे काम रोकने की कोशिश करते हैं। और आज की जो मौजूदा बीजेपी की केंद्र सरकार है ये सबसे लड़ती है, हमसे तो लड़ ही रही है, जुडिशरी से लड़ती है। बताओ कितने गंदे गंदे स्टेटमेंट्स इनके लॉ मिनिस्टर ने दिए हैं जुडिशरी के खिलाफ। किसानों से लड़ते हैं, व्यापारियों को, मैं गुजरात में जा रहा हूँ, व्यापारी बताते हैं कि बीजेपी वाले इतनी गंदी गंदी गालियाँ देते हैं इन लोगों को, व्यापारियों को। बोलो जी इतना चंदा देते हैं हम इनकी पार्टी को, फिर भी इनका कोई छोटा सा कार्यकर्ता फ़ोन करके हमको गालियाँ देता है। इनकी ये सारी पार्टियों से लड़ते हैं, सारे इंस्टीट्यूशन से लड़ते हैं। ऐसे लड़ लड़ के तो देश नहीं चल सकता ना, देश तो तभी चलेगा जब सबको साथ लेके आप चलोगे। सबसे लड़ रहे हैं ये लोग, सबसे लड़ रहे हैं ये लोग।
So where does the citizen go, sir? My question was
Exactly. तो लोग दिल्ली के अंदर तो एक तरह से हमने सिटीजन्स को प्रोटेक्शन दी हुई है इन लोगों की गुंडागर्दी से। ये जिस तरह से सरकारों के काम रोकने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, जिस तरह से हर चीज़ में अड़चन अड़ा रहे हैं, थोड़ा सा कई बार डिले हो जाता है। जैसे मैंने कहा मोहल्ला क्लिनिक की 2 साल फाइल रोकी, लेकिन मैं करवा के ले आया। इन्होंने सीसीटीवी कैमरों की फाइल रोकी। आपको याद होगा मैं, मनीष सिसोदिया जी, गोपाल जी, उनके घर जाके हमने धरना दिया 10 दिन तक, करवा के ले आया। योगा क्लासेस अभी रोकी, मैंने जनता से चंदा इकट्ठा करके योगा क्लासेस बंद नहीं होने दी। तो काम तो मैं सारे करवा रहा हूँ। एक तरह से दिल्ली की जनता को हमने प्रोटेक्टिव कवर दिया हुआ है। लेकिन आपकी बात बिल्कुल ठीक है कि ऐसे अगर ये तंग करेंगे लोगों को, झूठे केस में फंसा देते हैं, झूठे केस करते हैं, झूठे झूठे वीडियो निकालते हैं, बस यही काम है इन लोगों का। देश कब चलाएंगे ये, काम कब करेंगे ये? सबको साथ लेके काम करो ना यार।
So one concern again.
अब जैसे मैं कहता हूँ कि मैं इतनी गालियाँ देते हैं, ये मुझे इतनी गालियाँ देते हैं, मैं कहता हूँ मैं दिल्ली को एमसीडी में हमें मौका दो, हम दिल्ली को साफ़ सुथरा करेंगे। इनके नेता कहते हैं हम केजरीवाल की टांग तोड़ देंगे। मैं कहता हूँ कि हमें मौका दो, हम एमसीडी से भ्रष्टाचार दूर करेंगे। कहते हैं हम केजरीवाल की आंख फोड़ देंगे। मेरी आंख फोड़ने से क्या समाधान निकल जाएगा? दिल्ली साफ़ हो जाएगी। मैं अपने काम गिना रहा हूँ, तुम अपने काम गिनाओ। तुम अपने काम क्यों नहीं गिनाते? 7 मुख्यमंत्री इनके दिल्ली आए हुए हैं। इन्होंने योगी आदित्यनाथ दिल्ली में एमसीडी के लिए कैंपेनिंग कर रहे हैं, जयराम ठाकुर कैंपेनिंग कर रहे हैं, खट्टर साहब कैंपेनिंग कर रहे हैं, शिवराज सिंह चौहान कैंपेनिंग कर रहे हैं, हेमंत बिश्व शर्मा, 17 सेंट्रल मिनिस्टर्स आए हुए हैं, अमित शाह जी आए हुए हैं, JP नड्डा आए हुए हैं, हरदीप पुरी, सारे कैंपेनिंग कर रहे हैं दिल्ली के अंदर। जनता इनसे सबसे एक ही क्वेश्चन पूछ रही है, आपको वोट क्यों दें? मैं देख रहा था अमित शाह जी या JP नड्डा कोई डोर टू डोर कैंपेनिंग कर रहे थे। जनता पूछ रही थी आपको वोट क्यों दे? आपने एक काम बता दो जो आपने 15 साल में किया। एक काम नहीं बता सकते ये। अगर ये काम कर लेते 15 साल में तो इनको इतने नेताओं की जरूरत नहीं पड़ती। हमने काम किया इतना, हमें किसी को पंजाब के किसी मिनिस्टर को बुलाने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ रही, जनता खुद ही हमारे काम गिना रही है।
Sir, one question is the BJP would say that they have done some work, like for instance they have constructed parking lots in various parts also. Prime Minister himself has also given EWS houses to people. In fact, giving houses to the people who dwell in slums is also one of the major plans. Do you think there is a threat from the BJP for the Aam Aadmi Party, especially when it comes to promises like this? Because they have also done it, they have also given houses.
हाउसेज कब अभी दिए इन्होंने 3-4 हज़ार, वो भी पुराने 15 साल से कंस्ट्रक्शन चल रही थी। तो हर चुनाव के पहले आके ये लोग कुछ ना कुछ नौटंकी करते हैं। पिछले 2020 के चुनाव में मेरे को याद है प्रधानमंत्री जी ने और हरदीप पुरी ने आके कहा था कि दिल्ली की सारी कॉलोनीज रेगुलराइज हो गई, कल से रजिस्ट्री चालू। आज हरदीप पुरी जी ने प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस करके कहा है हम दिल्ली की कच्ची कॉलोनी को रेगुलराइज करेंगे। ये क्या है नौटंकी? 2020 के चुनाव के पहले तो तुमने नोटिफिकेशन निकाल दिया था, बोला कि हो गई, आज कह रहे हैं करेंगे। मतलब ये लोगों को बेवकूफ समझते हैं। अभी तक एक भी रजिस्ट्री नहीं हुई दिल्ली के अंदर, कच्ची कॉलोनी में एक भी रजिस्ट्री नहीं हुई। हर बार चुनाव के पहले आते हैं और झूठे झूठे वादे करके नौटंकी करके ये लोग चले जाते हैं। इसीलिए भरोसा नहीं है लोगों को इन लोगों के ऊपर। इनको पता है, जनता को पता है कि जो ये बोल रहे हैं झूठ बोल रहे हैं ये लोग।
Sir, my last question is your minister Satyendra Jain continues to be a minister even though so many controversial videos have come come out of jail. How do you defend that? How do you see that?
भाई इनके हिसाब से अगर हम करने लग जाते तो 167 केसेस इन्होंने हमारे मंत्री और एमएलए पे झूठे झूठे किए हुए हैं। मैं देखता हूँ, जैसा मैंने कहा मैं कट्टर ईमानदार हूँ। हमारा एक मंत्री फूड मिनिस्टर जब 2015 में सरकार बनी थी कुछ गड़बड़ करते हुए मिला, मीडिया को भी नहीं पता था, विपक्ष को। मैंने उसको निकाल के सीबीआई को केस सौंप दिया। पंजाब के अंदर अभी हमारा हेल्थ मिनिस्टर कुछ गड़बड़ करते हुए मिला, उसको हमने जेल में डाल दिया। अगर हमारा कोई भी बंदा गड़बड़ करेगा, चाहे मेरा बेटा गड़बड़ करे, उसको मैं छोड़ूंगा नहीं। लेकिन ये झूठे केस हमारे मंत्रियों पे करेंगे और एमएलए पे करेंगे और मैं सबको निकालता जाऊंगा, ये तो ऐसे थोड़ी है। फिर लड़ेंगे इनसे हम लोग।
My last question, sir, it is what is the road ahead for the Aam Aadmi Party, both nationally and in MCD elections? How many seats do you think you are going to get in MCD elections?
हम इस
and
देश
what is
को
the road ahead nationally?
हम इस देश को एक विकल्प की राजनीति देना चाहते हैं। मैं पंजाब गया, मेरा पूरा पॉजिटिव कैंपेन था। दिल्ली के अंदर मेरा पूरा पॉजिटिव कैंपेन था। गुजरात के अंदर भी मैं जाता हूँ, मैं यही कहता हूँ मैं तुम्हारे बच्चों के लिए स्कूल बनवा दूंगा, मैं तुम्हारे परिवार के लिए अस्पताल बना दूंगा। लोगों को यकीन नहीं होता, वो कहते हैं अच्छा राजनीति में ऐसे भी भाषण होते हैं। राजनीति में चुनाव के पहले कोई स्कूल के नाम पे भी वोट मांगता है। लोगों ने तो अभी तू मैं गाली गलौज सुनी थी कि ये गाली गुंडागर्दी यही देखा था। लोग कहते हैं कि अरे ये तो बड़ी शरीफों की पार्टी है, बड़ी अच्छी पार्टी है। या तो ये पार्टियां भी बदल जाएं और काम करना चालू करें और स्कूल अस्पताल पे वोट मांगना चालू करें, नहीं तो लोग इनको बदल देंगे।
थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर जॉइनिंग अस।
थैंक यू, शुक्रिया।
Last year, and he has since been in and out of hospital for treatment on a regular basis. The Iranian football team's defeat to the United States in the FIFA World Cup triggered an unusual celebration in the home country.
Iranians dancing on the streets, bursting crackers, honking car horns and celebrating the loss of their national football team in the FIFA World Cup. These scenes of jubilation are actually a show of protest. Iranians denounced the football team's participation in the World Cup at such a tumultuous time in the country. For the last 3 months, protests have been raging across Iran against the death of Mahsa Amini, who was killed in police custody by Iran's notorious morality police for not wearing her hijab in a proper manner. More than 300 people, including children, have been killed in the protests since September this year. In their own version of protest, the Iranian football team refused to sing the national anthem in their opening match. But they went back to singing it in the following matches, leaving citizens to believe that they represent the Iranian regime.
A massive protest outside Punjab Chief Minister Bhagwant Man's home in Sangrur today.
Hundreds of agricultural labourers gathered near the Patiala-Bhatinda road in Sangrur. They were protesting under the flag of Sanja Mazdoor Morcha. The labourers demanded an increase of minimum daily wages to 700 rupees under Manrega. Raising slogans against the Punjab government, the labourers marched towards the Chief Minister's home. They claim the CM had refused to meet them, leaving them no choice but to go to him. But when the protesters were a few meters away from Man's home, police swooped down. Police started using force on the labourers and also resorted to lathi charging them. Sangrur's SP was caught on camera hitting the protesters and directing other cops.
Bilkis Bano moved the Supreme Court today, challenging the early release of 11 men convicted of gang raping her and killing her entire family in the 2002 Gujarat riots. In her petition, Bilkis Bano said the decision on releasing the men should be taken by Maharashtra, where the trial took place, instead of the state of Gujarat. The convicts were freed on 15th of August by the Gujarat government. The Enforcement Directorate questioned actor Vijay Deverakonda for 9 hours in connection with the funding of his Bollywood film Liger. The ED is probing possible foreign exchange violations in the production of the movie. The agency suspects illegal investments in the film and is investigating the alleged payments and source of funds for Liger.
కొన్ని క్లారిఫికేషన్స్ అడిగినారు, చాలా మంచిగా వాళ్ళ జాబ్ వాళ్ళు చేస్తున్నారు, వాళ్ళకి కావాల్సిన ఆన్సర్లు ఇచ్చినాము. మీరు ఇంత ప్రేమిస్తారు, ఆ ప్రేమతో వచ్చే పాపులారిటీ వల్ల కొన్ని ఇబ్బందులు ఉంటాయి, కొన్ని సైడ్ ఎఫెక్ట్స్ ఉంటాయి, అందులో ఇది ఒకటి. బట్ ఇట్స్ అన్ ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్, ఇట్స్ లైఫ్, అండ్ ఐ డిడ్ మై డ్యూటీ వెన్ ఐ వాస్ కాల్డ్. I came, I answered the questions, and that's it I have to say.
Karnataka's Education Minister is facing flack for seemingly downplaying bigotry that happened in a classroom in Manipal University.
Will you call him by the name of a terrorist?
This video, a Muslim student calling out his professor.
Hello and welcome to the late night edition with me, Ayushman Singh Jamwal. Our top focus on this bulletin is the controversy over the film Kashmir Files. Now, after the storm raised by Nadav Lapid, the jury chief at the International Film Festival of India, the Israeli filmmaker has stood by his remarks, saying that someone has to speak up. He says the Indian government pushed the movie in an unusual manner to justify its policy in Kashmir. Now, former Jammu and Kashmir Chief Minister and PDP Chief Mehbooba Mufti added fuel to the fire by backing Lapid. Mufti in a tweet applauded him for speaking the truth. She further said that the movie was sheer propaganda promoted by the ruling party to demonize Muslims, especially Kashmiris, and widen the gulf between Pandits and Muslims.
There were massive protests in Jammu today against Israeli filmmaker and IFFI jury member Nadav Lapid. The flashpoint was Lapid calling Kashmir Files a vulgar propaganda film. There's growing anger over Lapid seemingly dismissing the plight of Kashmiri Pandits in the valley.
दुख मुझे उन लोगों से है कि जो हमारे इंडिया में इस चीज को डिनाई करते हैं, उन्हें स्टेज देते हैं. उन्होंने फिर से कश्मीरी पंडित के जख्मों के ऊपर नमक छिड़का है.
Lapid had publicly criticized Kashmir Files at the closing ceremony of the International Film Festival of India in Goa.
All of us disturbed and shocked by the 15th film, by the movie Kashmir Files, that felt to us like a propaganda vulgar movie, inappropriate for an artistic competitive section of such a prestigious film festival.
Despite Israeli diplomats shunning his remark and the cast and crew of Kashmir Files challenging Lapid to prove them wrong, the filmmaker is doubling down. Speaking to an Israeli news website, Lapid said, and I quote, "It basically justifies Indian policy in Kashmir and has fascist features. Transparent combination between propaganda and fascism and vulgarity. I knew that this was an event that is terribly connected. Everyone praises the government. In countries where people are increasingly losing the ability to speak your mind, someone needs to speak. When I saw this film, I couldn't help but imagine its Israeli equivalent doesn't exist, but could definitely exist."
उसका सिलेक्शन एज चेयरमैन ऑफ जूरी कैसे हुआ? तो इसकी तहकीकात होनी चाहिए, इसके अगेंस्ट एक इन्वेस्टिगेशन होना चाहिए.
The International Film Festival of India jury board has called Lapid's criticism of Kashmir Files his personal opinion.
If you misuse that platform for your own agenda, then you are yourself a vulgar.
The Kashmir Files is based on the exodus and killing of Kashmiri Pandits in the valley in the 1990s. But by claiming that the film adheres to the government line on Kashmir, is there a bigger conspiracy behind Nadav Lapid's words?
And meanwhile, in an exclusive conversation with CNN News 18's Zakir Jacob, Nadav Lapid says that while he did not want to insult anyone, to him and even other jury members, the film was vulgar propaganda. Remember, filmmaker Sudeepto Sen, who was one of the jury members, said that Lapid's remarks were his personal opinion.
The closing ceremony of IFI and the speech of yours has gone viral. You called the Kashmir Files vulgar propaganda. Why did you describe the movie as such? I mean, you could have used any number of words to describe its filmmaking, its craft, its acting, its cinematography, whatever you may have chosen to speak about it. But why did you call it vulgar propaganda?
You know, the distinction between propaganda film and normal film, artistic film, of course they are not clear, they are not formal, they are not evident. I mean, one cannot, there's not a clear distinction between them. It's not like the films are coming with labels. In both, as you said, there is cinematic craft, etc., etc. And I'm totally aware of the fact that when in the place where I saw a propaganda film, many other people can see a wonderful, excellent film. But since I was called to Goa in order to serve as the president of the jury, as I did in dozens of other festivals, in the biggest ones, Cannes, Berlin, and in others. My duty, my obligation was to tell the truth as I see it.
Mr. Lapid, was this an opinion that was shared by other members of the jury? Because after your comments and after your speech, they put out a statement saying none of the other jury members agreed with what you said and that it was your personal opinion.
It wasn't at all a personal opinion. It was when the screening of the movie ended, we looked one at the other and we all felt that we saw here something that goes beyond a good film or a bad film, beyond the film that you like or a film that you dislike. We all felt that what we saw was totally, for us, a different creature.
So he says that this wasn't just his personal opinion. Many other jury members also felt the same way. But we've heard that other jury members say that this was his personal opinion. So who's actually telling the truth? I'm joined by Dr. Nirmal Singh, former Deputy Chief Minister of Jammu and Kashmir, on the broadcast. Sir, what has emerged is that now Nadav Lapid saying that the entire jury was in favor of calling this movie vulgar propaganda. Do you think that he is just part of the problem when it comes to dismissing the entire narrative that the Kashmir Files has brought to the mainstream, that the Pandits were exterminated pretty much in the early 1990s, and now he's just part of the entire intelligentsia who's been called out, but there are many others who are trying to break away from Nadav Lapid, now just saying that it was his personal opinion, while all of them agreed that this is actually vulgar propaganda.
It's not very shocking that a person who was sitting on a very important chair, he is describing this picture as vulgar without verifying the facts. How much he knows about Kashmir? There are figures which have been given in the Parliament of India that 42,000 people have been killed in Kashmir, and majority of them, they are Hindus, they are Kashmiri Pandits, people who were killed in this Doda, Rastral Doda and Jammu province. I have some figures. In 1995, this Sangrampura, 7 people were killed. 1998, Vadhama, 35 people were killed. 2000, Amarnath, 89 people were killed. 2000, Chhattisgarh, 6 were killed. Then Kulhan, I have seen more than 28 dead bodies burning in one fire. where even a young girl, a very small girl of 3 years was killed by these terrorists. In Cherji, these are the private part of the bodies of the female, they were cut by these barbarians. I won't call them barbarians, these jihadis. So this was the story. This is the story of Jammu and Kashmir. How much he knows about it? Whatever has been shown in Kashmir Files, it's only 25% of the total happenings here. You'll find that in every village there is a story for a picture. My own brother-in-law, he was killed in Doda on